biggest thing I've had to let go of is caring about what other people think about what I'm doing. In my old shop, my pencil shop, it became my personality. Being able to give that up was like the scariest and the best thing I've ever done, because it showed me that what I do for work isn't my entire self-worth. My name is Caroline Weaver and I'm the founder of the Locavore Guide. The Locavore Guide is an unbiased online directory that's basically like Yellow Pages but for independent retail in New York City. It's a platform where you can find any type of shop in any neighborhood. If it exists, it's in there. I keep drawing all these parallels to what I wanted to do as a kid and the fact that it all kind of led to existing in this like shop world. I have no idea what I thought I would be doing, but I knew that I always wanted to do something that other people weren't doing. In 2014, I decided to open a pencil shop. I bought hundreds and hundreds of types of pencils and didn't tell anyone about it because I was scared. I just did it, and then found a storefront on the Lower East Side that was the size of a closet and cost $1,900 a month. Again, didn't tell anybody because I already knew that everybody who I had told thought I was crazy. By the end of it, I'd written 2 books. I'd had press in just about every outlet I could ever wish for. Even so, it wasn't enough. Not that it wasn't enough for me, it just wasn't enough to make it work. What it really taught me is that popularity doesn't pay the bills. That part of letting it go was the worst because I knew I was letting so many people down. It's kind of messed with my identity because there's so much more to me and what I do and what I am capable of and what I have planned for the future. I not only had to let go of my business, but I also had to let go of my attachment to it. I had the idea for the Locavore Guide and this shop actually as a component of it pretty early on in the pandemic. And it was something that I knew I couldn't do then. It was very much like someday I will do this thing because I think it needs to exist. And even when I closed the shop, I think people feel this way also when they quit their jobs, that you feel like you're not allowed to quit your job until you have something lined up. And so for 2 years, I was just quietly doing this thing. I was walking the entirety of New York City is what I was actually doing. I was walking 4 days a week, about 50 miles a week, cataloging businesses as I found them, and I was doing this incredibly intense thing and not talking about it really. And when I decided to open this shop, so many people that I know were like, really? You're gonna do it again? Like, are you sure? And I've told them yes, I'm sure, but only if I do it differently. I just really believe that the backbone of our culture are the businesses that exist on the ground floor of the cities and towns that we live in. That's where community happens. That is the root of it. And people don't realize what they lose in that until it's gone. When I was 17, I lost my father very suddenly, and he had his own business. He started his own business the day he graduated from college and had so much conviction and was such a good boss. He took care of the people around him and he cared so much about what he did. And somebody emailed me shortly after my shop closed. Somebody I didn't know knew from Instagram that this had happened and asked me if I thought that I'm able to take the risks that I do because I had that experience. And I never thought about it in those terms until this stranger asked me that. And the truth is that I absolutely think about that every day and think about the fact that we might not get to live forever, that there's always going to be a way to make money, that there's always going to be a way to make things work, and that I feel so okay with just letting go of things now because I've had to let go of so much, whether I wanted to or not, and because I know so deeply that none of it's forever, and that all you can really do is trust your own instincts. Your instincts are almost always going to be right if you really can tune out everything else and just listen to that. And that's, of course, easier said than done, but I think that's the greatest skill you can learn when you're in a place where you're moving on or letting go or getting over something. Or building something new. You've got to be able to just tune out everything else, all the noise, and just focus on your own instincts.